On this day, May 3rd, 1494, Christopher Columbus, during his second voyage to the Caribbean, landed on the island of Jamaica. He called it Santiago and claimed it for Spain. The island was eventually conquered by the Spanish in 1509, and the natives were subjugated and enslaved, and Africans were brought over also to harvest the cash crops there, such as coffee and sugar. Eventually, the British took over the island in 1655 under the leadership of pirate Henry Morgan, and it wasn't until 1962 that the island of Jamaica would once again be independent. Then in 1937, author Margaret Mitchell won the Pulitzer Prize for her work Gone with the Wind, which glorified the Old South before, during, and after the Civil War. The book would be turned into one of the most famous movies of all time only a couple years later in 1939. Then, on this day, 40 years later, in 1979, Margaret Thatcher was elected the first female British Prime Minister. She pursued conservative economic policies and imperialism, and also worked with Ronald Reagan to end the Cold War and destroy communism in the Soviet Union.